Something's changed ever since you found out who I really am. Something has changed. What is it?
Look, Cole, I know you don't want to hear this.
You're right, I don't want to hear it because it's ridiculous. My wife and Raphael are not involved.
Just hear me out before you brush me off.
Damn it, Victoria, I know what you're doing. You're trying to cause trouble to my marriage yet again.
That's not what this is about. Ashley went to see Raphael a little while ago. Did she tell you?
Go on.
Well, I was coming back from a ride and I happened to overhear part of their conversation. Apparently their relationship goes back many years.
I know that, Victoria. They're practically family.
Well, that's what she wants you to believe, but they have a deeper connection.
All right, so what are you talking about?
I'm talking about a rendezvous in Paris. A rendezvous that Raphael can't get out of his mind or his heart. Your wife has kept you in the dark, Cole, for far too long.
Yes, Brooke Logan, please. When are you expecting her? Look, this is the second time I've called today and Miss Logan hasn't returned my phone calls. Would you please tell her that Ashley Abbott Howard of Jabot has been trying to reach her? It's imperative I speak with her today. Thank you.
Meg!
Come on, you two, you know the rules. No physical contact.
You heard what he said. Don't touch her.
Trisha, please.
No, why is he even here? This is a bail hearing for my sister.
What is going on
No.
here? Nothing. My sister's just freaking out.
Listen to me, you are not helping anyone acting like this. We don't need any commotion. Now, would you just sit down? Come on. Tony. Are you all right? Has anything happened since I last saw you?
I didn't get another chance at strangling Joe Connors, if that's what you mean.
They may bring Joe in here. You've got to keep your cool if that happens.
Oh, I will. Promise. How you holding up?
I'm okay. I'll just be glad when this whole thing is over.
Take your places, everyone. The judge is on his way.
I'll be there in a minute, honey.
Hello.
Hey, baby, it's me.
Nick? Oh, I was hoping that you would call. How is everything going?
Well, I've been out with the search party all day. It's a huge territory, really rough terrain. No wonder the team's having such problems.
Does that mean that...
No, we haven't found Dad yet. But I'm glad I'm here. I feel like I'm actually doing something to help.
Just know that you're both in my prayers, you and your dad.
Sharon, listen, the phone's been going in and out all day. Sometimes we fly out of range. I just want to make sure you didn't call.
Well, some things have been happening here. But I'll just tell you when you get back.
Did Al call?
No, no word.
Okay, listen, if he calls, you call me immediately and I will come home, or I will take care of it from here. Sharon, did you hear anything I just said? Hello?
Yes, Nick, I heard you. Listen, Nicholas, about your note. I was a little surprised by the way you left last night.
Well, I just felt I needed to come down here and check on this situation with Dad myself.
Well, I understand, but it was just so abrupt.
Yeah, it was. Well, I got the impression you wanted to sleep, so I didn't wake you.
Nicholas, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about you. I was thinking about us. I came out to see you, and Nicholas? Nick, are you there? Hello?
Thanks.
So, Alice, you still haven't told me how your meeting with the social worker went. Since you drove all the way over here from Madison, am I to take it that it didn't go well and you're here to give me the bad news in person?
Tony Viscardi.
Mr. Viscardi is to my left, Your Honor.
Megan Dennison.
Miss Dennison is to my left, Your Honor.
Joseph Connors.
Mr. Connors was arrested very late last night. The police are still processing him, Your Honor.
How long will that take, Detective?
We're still waiting for his prints to clear. Could be a matter of minutes, could go into the night, possibly even tomorrow morning before we're done.
You want to wait until then before we move ahead?
Judge, my client barely knows Mr. Connors. She's had no dealings with him whatsoever. And frankly, other than the fact that Your Honor issued a warrant for her arrest, she has no idea why she's here. Certainly her right to bond shouldn't be delayed.
Your client is charged with conspiring with Mr. Connors and others, Mr. Silva. The state has a right to have their cases considered together. Is that how you plan to proceed, Mr. Richards?
Ash, why are you trying to call Brooke Logan?
Damn it, Jack! You know why.
Ah, yes, the Chabot-Forrester joint venture. Honey, you don't need to talk to Brooke Logan. I am killing that deal. You will only complicate things if you get involved.
Well, honey, God knows I'm not trying to complicate things. I'm trying to get straight answers.
You're saying you're not getting them from me. What, that I'm lying? Could you please get beyond all this suspicion? Ask yourself a simple question. Would you have backed this deal? If you could get beyond the side issues and focus on the crux of the matter, you'd come up with the same answer I do. This is a rotten deal, done for all the wrong reasons.
I don't know that. I wasn't given the opportunity.
I heard you say that was the second time you called her. Have any idea how many times I've called her? I'd love to tell you. I can't even count that high. She hasn't returned any of my messages because she knows I want to kill the deal. Does that sound to you like a businesswoman who has nothing to hide? She's supposed to be our partner, Ash. This is the way somebody treats their partner? Dodging phone calls? Ash, listen to me, please. We don't need Brooke Logan. We don't need Forrester Creations. You have to trust me on this.
You know, I am so damn tired of this, Vicky. I realize there's no love lost between you and Ashley,
Just
but you
let
don't
me
seem to know when to
finish.
stop.
Then you can believe what you want. Raphael kept talking about what happened in Paris. And the way he talked, you could tell that he was referring to something a lot more than just the two of them sharing a bottle of vino in some street cafe.
Yeah, I don't give a damn what Raphael said. What did Ashley say?
She said that he had taken a moment in time and blown it out of proportion. A moment in time. What does that say to you, Cole? To me, it says that they shared something pretty significant. Something that Raphael can't get out of his head. Something that he has no intention of forgetting, if you know what I mean.
Get up. Get up.
Get out. Come on, move. Take a seat.
Let me ask you something. You say you don't want me for ransom. You say you're not interested in money, so why the hell are you keeping me?
Let me tell you something about me. Ransom? I was born in a wealthy family. My father was a successful man. He inherited a business that he made even bigger and better. And naturally, he wanted me to follow in his footsteps. So, after college, I went on to graduate school. But I made sure I did things my own way.
What did you do?
I majored in science, biology, eventually genetics, botany. Unfortunately, the only plants my father was interested in were the kind that produced manufactured goods. And unfortunately, I agreed to do my research under a wing of my father's business. I knew what he was doing. He was waiting for my attitude to change, waiting to wear me out, hoping that I'd hang up my lab coat, put on a suit and tie, keep the family name at the top of the letterhead.
I bet you didn't, did you?
No way. That's when things became strained between my old man and me. And nothing's been the same since.
Look, the way Raphael talked, it was very clear that he was a man who hasn't given up and won't. Whatever happened in Paris, it was so
this is a
significant
big,
to him.
passionate affair with Ashley, you mean?
Fine, I'll admit it. Ashley tried to cut him off. She said she had a new life now with her husband. But it was still very obvious that there were
Vic, let me
residual
tell you what
feelings.
is obvious. This very transparent attempt of yours to try to cause trouble to my marriage.
That's not what I'm doing.
Sure it is.
Okay, I've done some really stupid things to get your attention, but I'm telling you the truth now.
I don't buy it. Doesn't make sense. You know, Vic, you were there. In Spain, you know as I know that Ashley left Madrid for an extended period of time, and Raphael was nowhere near her. Hell, he was with you, showing you the sights.
What about before you went over there? And why did Ashley go to Europe in the first place? I mean, the real reason. Not this made-up story about some friend of the family. You know, it really makes me wonder, Cole, if your wife would even be back here if you hadn't gone over there when you did.
Would you tell me something, Jack? Why is it every time you open your mouth, my head ends up spinning?
Ash, I'm trying to help you understand.
Oh, could we please just table this conversation for now? Believe it or not, there's more things on my mind than just that Forrester deal.
These other things, what are they? Look, I know I run off at the mouth sometimes, but old Smiling Jack can be a pretty good listener, too. If you give him a chance.
That's the sad thing about this whole situation, Jackie. Actually, there are some things I'd like to talk to you about. Some personal problems that I've been struggling with. Frankly, I don't feel like I can trust you. I know, it's sad, isn't it? You're my big brother, and I can't even talk to you. I got work to do. I'll see you tonight.
Actually, Your Honor, the state has no objection to going ahead with respect to these two defendants at this time.
Very well. Ms. Dennison, Mr. Viscardi, you are each charged in complaints filed before the court with grand theft auto and with conspiracy. Now, the sole purpose of today's hearing is to determine whether you qualify for bond and what that bond should be. The merits of the charges against you will be decided in later proceedings. Do you understand what I've just said?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Dennison,
I guess so, Your Honor.
does the lady have a record, Mr. Richards?
No, Your Honor.
Any reason why I shouldn't proceed with setting bond?
No, sir. The state has no objection in Miss Dennison's case.
What about Mr. Viscardi?
Could we dispose of Miss Dennison before I respond to that, sir?
What did he mean by that?
You don't have much confidence in me, do you, counselor?
I didn't say that. I just know how anxious you were.
Of course I was anxious. I knew that if I blew it with the social worker, I could kiss goodbye all my chances of getting my little girl back.
Are you saying it didn't go that way?
Actually, I think things went pretty well. You know, I expected the guy to grill me, pick apart everything I had to say, but he wasn't like that. You know, he let me talk. Tell him why I felt I deserved a second chance and the things that I'd do different if I got Cassie back.
You spoke from your heart.
Yeah, and I meant every word of it, too.
And I'm sure the social worker could see that.
You know, before he left, I asked him if he believed me, and he told me that he did. That made me feel pretty good. You know, as good as I can feel knowing I could still lose my little girl.
You're aware there's another session coming up.
Yeah, with the social worker and Cassie. That's a big deal. But still, you know, I'm past the first hurdle. Plus, I feel he understands me. He's gonna give me a fair shake, and I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm grateful for you, too, Michael. And everything you're doing for me.
Remember, this is still an uphill battle.
Yeah, I know. The Newmans are rich, powerful.
But not invincible, which is what we're gonna prove.
See, I like the way you think, Mr. Baldwin.
So anything else?
Yeah. Yeah, there is, which is why I drove all this way. I was hoping you'd have some papers or something for me to sign.
Concerning?
The annulment. What's going on with that?
Well, if you mean when it's gonna happen, that could be a while.
No, I don't understand why we can't just wipe out the whole marriage. It lasted less than a day. Al never told me he was convicted of some nasty crime.
Look, Alice, I explained this to you. He has 30 days to respond to your petition. He hasn't done that yet. When he does, if he decides to fight you, it may take a while to wrap up this marriage.
What marriage? This is so unfair.
In this case, perhaps. But in others, this law promotes fairness. You're just gonna have to be patient. I'm sure nobody doubts the sincerity of your intention to get rid of Al. You can't chew your nails over this. I'm sure Al is only trying to bug you. Don't let him.
Yeah, trying to bug me. You got that right. Al dropped by again. Scared the daylights out of me.
Did he get violent?
No. But the way he was acting, you know, I get the feeling he's up to something, Michael. But we haven't heard the last of Al Fenton.
What does he mean, dispose of the case?
What's your client's situation, Mr. Silva?
As I said, Your Honor, we're convinced the evidence will establish her innocence.
I assumed you'd say that, John. I'm more interested in her ties to the community.
Megan is a college student, Your Honor. She was born and raised here in Genoa City. She lives at home with her father, who's a widower. And most importantly, she's never even been in a courtroom before.
What was her role in this alleged conspiracy, Mr. Richards?
She accompanied Mr. Viscardi while he was transporting a stolen car here from Florida.
She and Mr. Viscardi have a romantic relationship, Your Honor. All she knew was they were going on a short vacation together.
What about that?
All her expenses were paid by Mr. Connors. Under these circumstances, there's more than adequate grounds to believe she's an aider and abettor and a co-conspirator, Your Honor.
What kind of bond can your client make?
I would think $5,000 would be adequate.
$10,000, 10%.
We'll make it immediately, Your Honor. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Now, what about Mr. Viscardi?
He is in a different position, Your Honor.
How so?
He is substantially more involved than Ms. Dennison. We have evidence that this was not his only trip in a stolen vehicle.
Mr. Richards, is it your position that Mr. Viscardi should be denied bond?
No, sir.
What is his situation?
Tony has lived in Genoa City and been gainfully employed as a mechanic and assistant service manager for the past 3 years by Joseph Connors. He owns a motorcycle that's registered in the state and is owed last month's rent and a security deposit on an apartment.
As Your Honor can see, Mr. Viscardi's ties to the community are recent at best and certainly do not run deep. This is a serious crime carrying a substantial penalty. As a mechanic, Mr. Viscardi can easily get work elsewhere. There are undoubtedly other members of this car theft operation that would like to see Mr. Viscardi leave town. Your Honor, we believe he is a substantial risk of flight, and his bail should be set accordingly.
Cole, come on. This adds up. Obviously, there's something going on between Raphael.
All right, Vicky, that's enough. Listen to what you've had to say, and none of it adds up, except in your very fertile imagination.
How can you say that? Think about this for a second. Raphael shows up here in Genoa City. Ashley doesn't even mention it to you. She keeps it a secret.
Slipped her mind. She's had a lot hit her since she's been back from Spain.
Oh, give me a break. She didn't forget. She didn't tell you because of the same reasons that she didn't want to tell you about meeting Raphael earlier, because she's hiding something from you. Come on, Cole. Admit it, you've sensed something's going on with Ashley, too.
All right, Vic, I want you to give it up, because I'm not going to let you do this.
Cole, I just want you
Victoria, I refuse to let you create problems where there are not any.
Fine. Okay. I came here, I told you. What you do is your business. I just want you to know that I didn't come here to be vindictive. I just truly believe you deserve better.
You think Al's up to something?
I can't say for sure.
What is it, Alice?
You know, it's strange. Before, Al used to beg me to come back. You know, sometimes he'd get real angry, threatening. But he wasn't like that this time. He didn't push. He acted like he didn't need me anymore. He was real civil, almost pleasant.
Is it possible that Al is already with someone else?
He could be, but I don't think so. I just hope he's out of my life for good. Look, I know you're busy. I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Stay in touch, Alice.
Okay.
If you are up to something, Al, what the devil is it? What could you possibly be trying to pull now?
Mommy? Was that Nick on the phone?
Yeah, it was.
I wanted to talk to him.
He was calling from a plane. We lost the connection.
Will he call back?
I think so. Sweetie, you know that Nicholas has gone on a search for his father.
They still haven't found Mr. Newman yet?
Not yet, but Nicholas and the search party are doing everything they can to find him.
Nick must be really scared, knowing that he might lose a parent.
Hey, why don't we go back up to your room, and I'll quiz you for your spelling test tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Hello?
Hi, it's Al. I'm calling back like I promised.
Is that Nick on the phone?
No, honey, why don't you go on up? I'll be right there.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Your hubby around?
Not at the moment. He'll be back, though.
When? In an hour?
Listen, we're very interested in speaking with you. Can you call back in the morning?
The morning? Are you jerking me around, lady? Because I tell you, if you're jerking me around, this is the last you're gonna hear from me.
Wait, please, don't hang up.
Yeah, what is it?
Ashley?
Oh, hi, Cole. Why are you calling?
Listen, I really need to talk with you. When will you be free?
I just started the first phase of an experiment. It's gonna be a while before I can break away.
Well, this is very important. I don't think it should wait.
Well, I'm sorry, honey. I really can't break away right now, but I'll be home as soon as my work is finished. That's the best I can do. Bye. What's that all about?
Ashley and Raphael. It can't be true. No way. This leg is killing me.
I'm sure it is.
So tell me something, Chet. Your father couldn't accept your decision not to follow in his footsteps, is that it?
No. He was disappointed. No way that was gonna happen. We argued a lot. Things got worse and worse between us. We didn't see the world the same way. He couldn't see how businesses like his were destroying it. And then, one day, he got an offer to sell out. Oh, the old man grabbed the money. He took his millions, retired to an island off Florida. I haven't spoken to him since.
So you have a grudge against the old man. Is that the point of the story?
That's not the point. The point is that the new owners didn't waste any time pulling the plug on my research division right away. Do you have any idea, Victor, any idea at all, who it was that bought my father's business?
Newman Enterprise.
You got it.
Don't wave that gun in front of me, okay? What's your father's name?
Thomas H. Delancey.
A vague recollection of the acquisition, but I don't remember the details of it. Let me ask you something. The division that you ran, was it a profitable division, or?
Nah, wasn't ready yet. Anyway, it wasn't about money. And that's all guys like you care about.
You happen to be wrong about that.
Yeah?
But I'm not... Wait. I understand your anger toward me, okay? However, your anger is very misplaced.
Yeah, or so you'd have me believe.
Let me ask you something, Chen. If you wanted me then, you could have killed me already. Now, why are you keeping me here?
Over the years, I learned some things about business. I know how something like yours operates. In your situation, hostile takeover, the more deeply entrenched the raiders are, harder it is to uproot them. Now, years ago, you stole my dream. And I'm gonna make damn sure, now that you've lost yours, that you don't ever get it back again.
Just kill me right now.
You think I won't? You think?
Can you tell me anything else about Mr. Viscardi's ties to the community, Mrs. Williams? I take it that he has no family here.
No, sir. As Mr. Silva mentioned, he and Miss Dennison are romantically involved.
What about his criminal history?
Misdemeanor disorderly conduct, Your Honor.
Come on, I got into a fight, Judge. I was just a kid.
He was 18 at the time.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Mrs. Williams?
Your Honor asked Mr. Silva what his client could afford.
Tell me.
Mr. Viscardi can raise perhaps $1,000.
I'm not going to release him on that, counsel. He's obviously much more involved than his girlfriend and less tied to the community. Bond will be set at $20,000, fully secured.
What does he mean by that?
You need $20,000 to get out.
It's over, sis. You're a free woman.
Well, for now, anyway.
No. Listen to me. You are not going to be convicted of a crime you didn't commit. None of this was your fault.
Trish, I really don't want to talk about this right now.
Okay, you're right. Now's not the time. We just have to get you home. I wonder where Mr. Silva and Ryan are.
It's too much money, Chris. I can't get that kind of dough for my bike.
Can't you borrow it from anyone?
No, nobody. Which means I go back to jail. For now, anyway. I cannot believe that this is happening. It's like a nightmare. Just when Megan and I...
Come on, Viscardi, let's go.
Wait, Tony.
Ma'am!
No, please let me talk to him.
No, you can't. You can see him tomorrow in the jailhouse. Come on, let's go.
Tony,
Go.
don't take him away. Tony, I love you. I didn't do it. Tony!
Damn thing's still out.
You say something, Mr. Newman?
That's my cell phone. I'm getting nothing but static.
Yeah, not to worry. We'll be back in range before long. Listen, we've almost finished searching this quadrant. There's another one up ahead. You feel like continuing?
Hey, what about that area down there?
No, we've covered that area a couple times already.
Let's look again.
You see something?
It's just a hunch.
Yeah? All right, well, let's do it.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather, credit card debt. It's a reality for millions. Guarding your money, a special series beginning later.
Join us again for The Young and the Restless.